My name is Valeria Motta. I recently graduated from my MA in Philosophy of Biology and Cognitive Science, and I'm very happy to be joining the third year of Project Perfect with Lisa Bortolotti, Michael Argin, and Anneli Jefferson as my supervisors. I'll be contributing to Project Perfect by doing research on loneliness. Loneliness might be a complex emotion, so it will allow me to investigate the components of non-basic emotions. Some of the topics I'll be looking at will include authenticity in emotion theory and accuracy of our self-assessment of our emotional states. Existentialists argue that emotions are a specific manner of apprehending the world, but how can we make sense of that phrase? Well, we can begin by thinking of a situation in which someone is looking for a solution of a practical problem. Let's say somebody gets stolen something that he dearly values. This person is a person who's out there in the world and aware of the world at every moment throughout all his actions. If the person fails in his attempt to recover his belongings and becomes angry or frustrated, some theories argue that the irritation itself is a way in which the world appears to him. And what's more, and as questionable as it might seem, it might not be necessary that the person applies a conscious reflection between his failure in action and his anger. What happens in the case of loneliness? Well, it has been argued that some of the features of the experience of loneliness involve perceptions of other people as threatening. These perceptions are automatic and our conscious selves have no control over them. So threatening and unwelcoming is the way in which the world appears to lonely people without them consciously choosing this. This is not just a philosophical existentialist claim. Nowadays, neuroscientists accept that apart from our conscious system, which is aware and propositional, there are non-conscious systems at work, which are mostly sensitive to whether my life circumstances are safe or threatened. And one of the particularities about loneliness is that it seems to involve specific appraisals about our social world and our place in it. These appraisals are conscious and propositional. So our conscious system is somehow making an interpretation of what's going on in these other systems and giving meaning to our experiences. This hypothesis has many questions, but raises many questions, but there are two which I will be mostly looking at in detail. One is the role of complex emotions, specifically loneliness, in the narrative structure of meaning. And the second two questions are related to accuracy, and the first one would be how do we assess our emotions? So that is, if as a part of their constitution, emotions involve belief, they might be permeable to confabulation or self-deception, or they might be a source of self-deception themselves. And the second one is related to the nature of emotion, and in this area would be if we can talk about authentic emotions and how emotions would be inauthentic.